Okay, good day. Welcome to another episode of my video lessons. And in today's video, we're going to continue our lesson last week. Last week, we discussed the direct and inverse variation. Ngayon, pagpapatuloy natin, didiscuss natin yung natitirang dalawang variation, which are joint and combined variation. Okay, let's start. Para sa joint variation. Okay, when we say joint variation, it is a variation with direct relationship, like direct variation but with three or more quantities involved. The phrase varies jointly is used when there is a joint variation. Okay, kapag nakita niyo yung varies jointly, that is a joint variation. Then the statement y varies jointly as x and z can be written in y equals k x z. Okay, kung mapapansin niyo, we have 1, 2, 3 variation, 3 variables in which we have also the k. That is the constant of variation. 3 or more. Ibig sabihin, pwede pang madagdagan yung ating variables depende sa given statement. Okay. How to write mathematical equation from mathematical statement, ililipat natin sa mathematical equation. Katulad lang din siya nung direct and inverse. We're going to write the given variables dun sa statement. So, we have the force F, ibig sabihin, we have capital F, applied to an object varies jointly as the mass m and the acceleration a. Ibig sabihin, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 variables. Then, lalagyan natin ng k. So, we're going to use capital F equals kma because we, as stated, that's jointly. Next example, we have the volume of a cylinder V varies jointly as its height h and the square of the radius r. So, kung papansinin natin to, meron tayong nabasang square, meaning to say, kasama pa rin siya sa pag-ililipatan siya sa equation. Yung r, lalagyan lang natin ng square, and that would be our equation. V equals kh r squared. Kasi sabi sa statement, varies jointly as its height h and the square of the radius r. So, kailangan natin maglagay ng square dun sa r. Okay. Next, how to find the missing variable. Okay. Example number 1. H varies jointly as I and J, and H equals 42 when I equals 2 and J equals 3. Find H when I equals 5 and J equals 6. Okay, for our solution, first write the given values for our example. When H equals 42 and I is 2 and J is 3. Lagay natin dito 42, ang I is 2 and J is 3. Okay, ngayon, since nilalagay natin yung first set, kapag meron ng first set, pwede na natin makuha yung ating constant of variation. Okay, given translate lang natin yung ating statement sa equation. We have H equals Kij. Then, substitute all the values of the given variable dito sa ating equation. So, yung H magiging 42, and then yung I magiging 2, and then yung J magiging 3. Then, simplify. 2 times 3, we have 6. Then, dividing both sides sa 6 to find the value of K, that is cancel. And then, 42 divided 6, it will give us 7. Yun yung value ng ating constant. The constant of variation, kapag meron tayong constant of variation, pwede natin lagay yung equation of variation. That is H equals 7ij. And this will be our equation for the next step to find the value of H when I is 5 and J is 6. So, ilagay natin dito yung I. Ang I daw ay 5. Ang J daw ay 6. Hanapin natin naman yung H. So, from that, lagay natin yung ating equation of variation. Palitan natin yung I at saka yung J. Since na meron na tayong values, we have 5 and 6. Therefore, siya ay magiging 7 times 5 times 6. Therefore, 7 times 5 is 35. Then 35 times 6, it will give us 210. And this will be our final answer. Ganun lang po kadali ang pag-solve ng variation, joint variation. Okay, next example. W varies jointly as x and y, and W equals 36 when x equals 6 and y equals 2. First, write the given, we're going to write 36, and then x ay 6, and y daw ay 2. Now, we can now find the value of k. Since meron tayong given na tatlo, equation would be w equals kxy. Palitan natin lahat ng itong w, yung 36 ilalagay sa w, yung 6 ilalagay sa x, and then yung 2 ilalagay natin sa y. Kaya siya magiging 36 equals k times 6 times 2. Then 6 times 2 will be 12. Then dividing both sides sa 12, it will give us 36 divided 12 is 3. Therefore, we have now the value of k, that is 3. And then from that, makukuha natin yung equation of variation. W equals 3xy. Saan ang galing yon? Dito, sa una nating original equation. Since nakuha na natin yung value ng k, pinalitan na natin ng 3. Kaya siya naging w equals 3xy. Then from that, find y when w equals 60 and x equals 5. So w daw ay 60 and x equals 5. Yan, find y. To find that, using our w equals 3xy, equation of variation, then palitan natin yung mga given. We have 60 equals 3 times 5 times y. Dividing both 3 times 5 is 15. Dividing both sides of 15 to find the value of y. And that is our answer. Y equals 4. Yun. As simple as that. Yan. Next, example. Example number 3. P varies jointly as Q and R, and P equals 231 when Q equals 3, and R equals 7. Find Q when P equals 572 and R equals 12. So, from that, lagay natin yung ating given. We have 231 na P, and then ang Q daw natin is 3, and then ang R natin is 7. Then, solve for the constant of variation. Lipat muna natin sa equation. We have P varies jointly because P equals KQR. Then, palitan natin yung ating mga variable ng ating values. We have 231 equals K times 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21. Then, dividing both sides sa 21, cancel. We have K equals 11. Meron na tayong value ng K. Then, saka natin ilagay sa equation. Equation of variation. Then from that, makukuha natin yung value ng Q. Given that the P is 572. And then the R is 12. Yan. Using the equation of variation, palitan natin. Yung P daw ay magiging 572 at saka yung ating R ay magiging 12. So from that, siya magiging 572 equals 11Q R. Or 11Q12 times 12. Then 11 times 12 or mamaya natin i-times kasi i-divide pa rin naman natin siya. Pwede mo siyang i-times, then pwedeng hindi na muna kasi i-divide pa rin naman natin siya. Then 572 divide 11 over 12. Cancel natin sa 11. 572 divide 11 will be 52. And then yung 52, since meron siyang common factor sa 12, which is 4, divide natin na parehas sa 4. 52 divide 4, that is 12 divide 4 muna, that's 3. And then 52 divide 4, that is 13. Then since hindi na siya pwedeng i-simplify, siya na yung ating sagot. 13 over 3. This will be our final answer. 13 over 3. Or pag nilipat natin sa decimal, it's approximately 4.333. Ganon. Yan. And that's it for our joint variation. Dako naman tayo sa next type of equation, which is combined variation. Okay, when we say combined, ibig sabihin pinagsama. Kaya makakita tayo dyan ng dalawang uri ng variation. It is a variation which involves both direct and inverse variation in one situation. The phrase directly and inversely are both used in combined variation. Pwede rin natin siyang haluan ng jointly. Kasi combined naman siya. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin isama dito yung jointly. Since na yung jointly naman ay uri din ng direct variation. Then the statement y varies directly as x and inversely as z can be written in y equals kx over z. Since na-stoy directly, ito naman yung inverse natin z, kaya ilalagay natin sa ilalim. Okay, we also have k here, that is the constant of variation. Next, how to write the mathematical equation in a combined variation. Okay, example, the electrical resistance R of a wire varies directly as of its length L and inversely as the square of its diameter D. So from that, lagay lang natin R varies directly, ibig sabihin KL sa length daw, and inversely as the square of diameter D. Kaya siya naging D squared. Inversely siya, kaya siya nasa ilalim. Then next example, the maximum load M of a beam varies directly as the breadth B and the square of the depth D, and inversely as the length L. Yan. Meron tayong M and B, D, saka L. Yan. M daw siya. M equals K, B, D squared over L. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na pwede rin nating isama dito yung joint. Kasi varies directly as the breadth B. And, ibig sabihin, pasok na siya sa jointly. Sa joint variation. And the square of the depth D. Depth D. Yan. And inversely as the length L. Square, ibig sabihin, kaya meron siyang 2 doon. Next, how to find the missing variable. Same as the combined direct and inverse, ganun din. Lagay muna natin yung given. T varies directly as O and inversely as R and T. When O equals 18 and R equals 9, find T when O equals 8 and R equals 4. So, write the given. We have T equals 6, O equals 18, and then R equals 9. From that, makukuha natin yung ating K, or yung ating constant of variation. Lagay muna natin sa equation, we have T equals KO over R. Then, substitute all the values. We have 6 as T, and then O as 18, and then 9 as K, as R. From that, cross multiply or simply multiply both sides sa 9 to cancel that. Makakancel na siya. Then 9 times 6 will give us 54. Dividing both sides sa 18 to find the value of K. 54 divide 18, that will give us 3. And then, yun ang ating makukuhang sagot. Yan. Then, that is the constant of variation, that is 3. And then, our equation of variation is T equals 3O over R. Yan. From that, hanapin naman natin yung T given that the O is 8 and then R is 4. Using the equation of variation, we have T equals 3O over R. Then substitute the given. We have 3 times 8 over 4. We have 3 times 8 is 24. Then 24 divide 4. That will give us 6. And this is our final answer. T equals 6. Yan. Yan na po yung ating sagot. Next, we have example number 2. We have R varies directly as E and inversely as D. And R equals 15 when E equals 10 and D equals 4. What is D when R equals 20 and E equals 5? So, for our solution, write the given muna. We have, ang R daw natin is 15, ang E natin is 10, and D natin is 4. Find the constant of variation first. Yan, lagay mo natin sa equation, we have R equals KED. Substitute the given, we have 15 equals K times 10 over 4. Then, multiply both sides to 4. We have cancel. 4 times 5. That will give us 60. 4 times 15, rather. Then, dividing both sides sa 10, we have 60 over 10. That will give us 6. And it will be our equation of our constant of variation. We have 6. And then, from our constant of variation, nakuha natin yung equation of variation. And that would be our equation pag solve sa hinahanap natin. What is D daw? Ano daw yung D? Kapag ang value ng R is 20 and then ang value ng E is 5. Yan. Pwede nating makuha yan using our equation of variation. Okay, next slide. Yan. Ito, equation of variation natin. Substitute lang natin itong ating mga given. Tingin tayo sa sa third column. Yan. 1, 2, 3. We have 5 and 20 as R. Ang R daw natin is 5. Ang E natin is 20. So, yung R magiging 5, yung E magiging 20. Then, multiply both sides sa D. Cancel. We have 20 times D is 20D. Then, equals 15. Dividing both sides sa 20, we have 15 over 20. Simplify. We have D equals 3 over 4. Yun na yung ating sagot. Since na nakasimplify na siya, 3 over 4 is our final answer. Next, for our last example, L varies directly as L, I pala yun, and inversely as P. And L equals 10 when I is 30 and P equals 9. Find the value of I when L equals 12 and P equals 5. Then, solution, we have to write the given first. Ang L natin is 10, ang I natin is 30, and P natin is 9. Then, we can now find the value of K or the constant. We have L equals KI over P. Substitute the given, or yes, the given, we have 10 equals K times 30 over 12. Then, multiply both sides sa 12 para makancel natin yung nasa right side. We have to cancel it, and then 12 divided times 10 is 120. Then, copy lang yung 30k. Dividing both sides sa 30, we will arrive at k equals 4. Yan. Ngayon naman, meron na tayong k equals 4, that is the constant of variation. Then, equation of variation will be L equals 4 I over P. Yan. Then, using the equation of variation, we can now find the value of I when L is 12 and P is 5. Yan. From that, hanapin natin yung I, equation of variation, palitan lang natin ng L ng 12 at saka yung P ng 5. So, siya magiging L equal 12 equals 4I over 5. Then, multiply both sides sa 5, or simply multiply mo lang to dito, siya magiging 5 times 12, that is 60. Then 4i. Dividing both sides sa 4, we will have 60 divided 4, that is 15. And this will be our final answer. I equals 15. Ganun lang po kadali. Kapag naman po problem solving, ganun lang din kapag nailipat natin siya sa ganito, and then nailagay na natin yung mga given. Kapag tama yung ating equation at tama yung ating mga given, tapos saka natin sinolve, ganun lang din po. Katulad lang siya nito pag sa problem solving ng ating combine and inverse, combine at saka joint variation. And that would be all. And thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and share and subscribe and share again. See you next week. And bye-bye.